Hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever. I don't know when you'll listen to this, but welcome to Always Off Brand. Scotty O here with you for our what's becoming a tradition like none other. The Amazon 2026 Q1 earnings call fun fest is what we call it. We try to put a little entertaining with you. We're going to go through the call. We're going to go and hear from Andy Jassy, the CEO, who I call Andrew because, you know, we're just buds like that. Brian Olszewski, who I don't know as well, but I sometimes call him B.O. But we try to have some fun as somebody who's been working with over, I don't even know at this point, 200-300 brands on Amazon since for 20 years now. Good Lord. I kind of, I have some insights. I deal with this every single day on Seller Central and also on Vendor Central. I spent most of my early days on Vendor Central. Reminder, we are on YouTube. Just search Always Off Brand on the tube, and you can find us there. We're growing subscribers, actually. It's very fun to see that happen over the years. So without further ado, let's get into it, and let's make sure that I do this part correctly. Sharing the screen, ladies and gentlemen, but I only want one. Yes, and I get the audio from it. Let's see. Are we still on? If you like pina coladas. Just talking to Summer Jubileer about that, and I don't know how that song came up. Oh, she likes pina coladas. She loves pina coladas. Okay, here's the guy. I don't know who this guy is. Is he hired just to do this, the lead-in, right? To hand the baton off? Dave? Do we know who Dave is?
It's not possible to accurately predict demand for our goods and services, and therefore our actual results could differ materially from our guidance.
Is he AI, Dave? I mean, is this a real human, or we just put the script in?
And now I'll turn the call over to Andy.
Andy. Hello, Andrew. Shocker. You had a phenomenal Q1. Right, Andy?
Thanks, Dave. We're reporting $181.5 billion in revenue, up 17% year over year. Excluding the $2.9 billion favorable impact from foreign exchange, net sales increased 15%. Operating income was $23.9 billion. Q1 was a strong quarter for Amazon.
How strong was it?
Starting with AWS.
See where this is going?
Growth continued to accelerate, up 28% year.
28%? This is 20%. This is not even fair anymore.
Over year, the fastest growth rate in 15 quarters, up $2 billion quarter over quarter, the largest Q4 to Q1 AWS revenue increase ever.
I mean, you got to imagine, Andy, you can't, there's no video of him doing this call. I've looked, I don't think there is. At this point, the shirt's off, isn't it? I mean, he is like, he's got the script on. I mean, he's probably somewhere high above the city of Seattle somewhere. He's just shirt off, flexing his brains out, just saying, yeah, AWS, how you doing, huh? Come get me.
AWS is now a $150 billion annualized revenue run rate business. It's very unusual for a business to grow this fast on a base this large.
Now, did he adds that line every single time.
And the last time we saw growth at this clip, AWS was roughly half the size. We've never seen a technology grow as rapidly as AI.
No one else has either. Okay, that's not an insight or an incitable action.
Amazon is already a leader, and companies continue to choose AWS for AI. To put our growth in perspective, 3 years after AWS launched, it had a $58 million revenue run rate. In the first 3 years of this AI wave, AWS's AI revenue run rate is over $15 billion, nearly 260 times larger. There are several reasons customers are choosing it.
Is there a numbness that happens to you guys that happens to me? There's just this numbness of like, none of these numbers you can say is big. You can use basis points. You can use 256x. You can use, once you get into the billions, you just kind of lose me. I just go numb to it. It doesn't make sense to me. The 28% year over year, quarter over quarter, and that's just cold blooded, man. I mean, you're kicking a brother when he's down right now.
AWS for AI. First, we've built broader capabilities than others. That includes model building with SageMaker, which reduces training time by up to 40%, high-performance inference with the leading selection of frontier models in Bedrock, which saw 170% growth in customer spend quarter over quarter, and processed more tokens in Q1 than all prior years combined. We're excited to make OpenAI's models available in Bedrock. Yesterday, we added OpenAI's GPT 5.4 model with 5.5 coming soon. Yesterday, we also started the preview of Amazon Bedrock Managed Agents powered by OpenAI, the stateful runtime environment that.
So, I mean, they are open for business for anybody. We've seen this. They've got, quote, partnerships with OpenAI. They've got, obviously, they're massive, Anthropic, and that's one of the big stories of this call. They are open for, it's an open door policy over there at Andrew Jassy's house. He's like, you got, hey, you doing, so you got AI? Oh, come on in. Yep. Okay. Plenty of chairs here. Just come on in. What do you got? Yep. You want to buy our stuff? You want us to make some stuff? Sure. NVIDIA, we already know that's NVIDIA. Let me introduce you around. That's NVIDIA. Hi, NVIDIA. Intel, oh, I can barely see Intel because he's so far back in the corner. He's like, he can barely fit in this room because I'm done with Intel. That's basically it is. Anthropic, it pulls up a lot of chairs, bigger chairs. They're on the couch, actually. But OpenAI, they're coming in. I mean, we got everybody here.
Enables any organization to build generative AI applications and agents at production scale. We believe that modern agentic applications will be stateful, and this new technology will rapidly accelerate agentic AI adoption.
Okay, so he goes on. His favorite topic is AWS because that's what he ran. And he loves it, and he should. It's killing it, obviously. He just told you how great it's doing. And it's always doing great. It's always doing that great. So he goes through that. And then I just can't handle all of it. He's got Quick. He's got, you already talked about Bedrock. He's got his chip is. He is literally like a vendor sitting at a market, like a farmer's market, and he's got people. Hey, what do you need over there? All right, you need some chips. Oh yeah, I got Trainium chips. You need CPU chips. Yeah, I got that too. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you want some agents? I got agents. Hey, very good bots. He's got everything. I can just imagine he's just sitting in front of his kiosk at a farmer's market, and he's just doling. What do people need? What do you need? I got it. AWS, baby. AWS, we got it. It's unbelievable. Just like the marketplace, it's an everything store for all your little AI needs. That's all you got. We'll deliver it. We'll get it to you. We'll take care of you. There's the selection is wide and various. Our prices are outstanding. Come one, come all. You're gonna buy stuff from us. We're gonna buy stuff from you. It's a bonanza, really, is more than anything else. It's a bonanza. So he goes on and on and on and on. It's a great song. It's an old song. He goes on the 3,000 things that he's selling. I mean, it gets out of control. But then he does talk about NVIDIA, which cracks me up. I'd be remiss if I will get to NVIDIA, but he goes on about his agent core because they're making agents, people. They are popping out agents. It's like an agent factory. I don't know where they're making them. I don't know if they're importing them. They are making agents with this agent core by AWS. They're talking about how they can make I need an agent, Andy. I need a few agents. I got problems over here. Okay. I got 3 dogs. I got a cat. Okay. I got a house. My driveway's falling apart. Can I get Agent Core to come help me? All right. I don't want to send an email faster. I don't need to process stuff faster. I need Agent Core for my own problems, Andrew. So he goes on with his Agent Core and OpenAI and Strand. He's got strands and he's got all these other tech terms. He just goes on and on, like I said before. On and on and on and on. I can't think of that song. Hold on. Since like 3/4 of his spiel is AWS, he goes on. I mean, I'm just right. So we have Strands, we have Agent Core, we have Quiro, we have Transform, and then Quick. Quick, ladies and gentlemen, is that's going to be, it's got a desktop version. He talks about that. Can you just hear the proud papa in him?
Number of new customers using Quick has grown more
New customers using Quick.
than 4 times quarter over quarter. And we just announced V1 of our Quick desktop app yesterday. It's very compelling as it can query your email, calendar, Slack, local files, and several other applications you use every day to flag important communications, retrieve and summarize information, make recommendations, compose and send communications to others, and create agents that highlight or automatically do work that you used to have to do yourself.
Oh my God. You have to do work yourself? God, that is so 2023. Good God. Who does any work themselves these days? Gosh, I have so much efficiency coming at me. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed by efficiency. I'm overwhelmed by optimization. I got so many agents. I don't even know what to do with them all. All right. I got the Copilot in there. I got the Slack thing there. Every platform I use, even to do this podcast, I got AI agents everywhere doing everything. I mean, I should be just sitting back. I mean, what the hell am I going to do? I got to get myself some Quick. You know what I'm saying? I got to get some quickly. I got to get some Quick.
You can easily keep refining your preferences, and Quick's advanced knowledge graph enables its AI agents to automatically learn from your interactions to become more personalized over time. One of our enterprise customers just...
So is this like Rufus for like work? Is this Rufus for work? Why don't they just name it Rufus? Why do they got 17 names here? I can't keep track of all this stuff. I don't even know what half of it does.
Told us, Quick isn't just improving how we work. It's letting us reimagine it.
Oh, it's reimagine.
Second, and another reason...
It's reimagine. That's such a great marketing term. That's a spin zone term for like, we don't really know what it's doing, but you know what? We really, really like it, and we think everyone else should. So he goes on about that. I'm waiting for the NVIDIA part, Andrew. Get with it, Bubba. Let's go. He throws in everyone's face that his chip business is bigger than anybody else. It's growing faster. He's got more silicone orders than ever than I think, plastic surgeons do. I don't know. That was a cheap joke. Anyway, he goes on $50 billion run rate for his chips, but not just the AI ones, not the GPU, the CPU. He's selling the GPU sells more of CPU. If that makes any sense to you, new school's selling old school. So he goes on and on about his chips. That's all he likes to talk about is his chips. Where were we? Chips? Yeah. Chips.
In AWS with Trainium and Graviton.
Trainium and Graviton. Graviton's the old CPU stuff. That's the old stuff. That's, that's just banging around there in the basement.
And we're unusually well positioned for this AI inflection we're in the early stages of experiencing. While the largest number of AI chips we're bringing in are Trainium, we continue to have a...
By the way, just 2 seconds. I'm not going to put this in. He just was bragging about how Trainium is 30% cheaper and faster than any comparable chip. And then this.
Deep partnership with NVIDIA.
Bull honky baloney. It's so full of sheboygan.
We have immense respect for them, continue to order substantial quantities. We'll be partners for as long as I can foresee, and we'll always have customers who want to run NVIDIA on AWS.
We'll be partners for as long as I can see. Well, I hope your vision is ailing. I think, you're a mature, seasoned guy like me, and your vision isn't getting any better, Andy. And they'll push NVIDIA to the side the second they can. Let me just guarantee you that.
And we will also have a very large chips business ourselves. Customers always want choice.
He's a comedian, this guy. Real comedian, let me tell you. Okay, enough of you. Moving on. He wisely then sets the stage that their free cash flow is down dramatically because they're investing so much money in the AI race. So he talks about this.
The free cash flow and ROIC for these investments are cumulatively quite attractive a couple of years after being in service. However, in times of very high growth like now, where the CapEx growth meaningfully outpaces the revenue growth, the early years free cash flow is challenged until these initial tranches of capacity are being monetized and revenue growth outpaces CapEx growth.
Tranches? Are they tranches? Interesting choice of word, tranches.
We've been through this cycle with the first big AWS growth wave and like the results.
Hey, listen, nobody knows spending a ton and then getting a massive return on that spend investment like Amazon. They have been brilliant. This is a playbook they've done 100 times. So I have no doubt. He talked about how his Trainium and all his other newfangled tech terms and all the chips and silicon and all that stuff and the inferences and blah, blah, blah. They literally can't make them enough. They have their demand and their orders are more than they can actually produce. So they've got more demand than they can even service or make. And his newest Trainium 4 is like, I don't know, they got orders out till, next year and the thing's not even out yet. So I mean, I'm on board there. I get it. He now is going to turn to stores. I'll now turn to stores.
Units grew 15% year over year, the highest we've seen since the tail end of COVID lockdowns. We continued expanding selection, including more than 600 new notable brands.
Now, the units has been a trend, right? The more a Q3, Q4, because again, it's the new CVS. I mean, he's selling the lowest price items, like 1 trillion of them. Low margin, low cost, volume business.
Our grocery business continues to grow quickly across both perishables and non-perishables. And with more than $150 billion in gross sales in 2025, we're now the second largest grocer in the U.S.
Yeah, he's throwing that around, okay? Hold on, watch out. Duck out there. He's throwing the 150 billion, second largest grocer in the U.S. Huh? Look out, Walmart. What's going on? They're bigger than Kroger, I believe, but he's have they figured something out with this fresh thing? Have they? This perishable, non-perishable? I don't know.
We offer perishables delivered same day alongside millions of other items in more than 2,300 cities and towns across the U.S., with more to come. Prime members are loving the convenience of getting fresh.
Oh, I'm sure they're loving the convenience. Guess who's paying for it? Every seller and vendor known to mankind. Sorry, outburst.
Groceries alongside other products they're buying on Amazon. And perishable sales have grown over 40 times year over year and make up 9 of the top 10 most ordered items for same-day delivery where the service is available.
Yeah, that's because you're shoving bananas in my face, Andy. I can't get away from the grocery. I can't get away from perishables. Everything's perishable. I'm trying to order a hammock, and I got to buy bananas. You're killing me.
Customers shopping same-day perishables build larger baskets, adding nearly 3 times as many items to their order and spend over 80% more than customers who don't. Whole Foods Market also continues to accelerate, with over 550 stores today and 100 more coming in the next few years.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. The Whole Foods turnaround. I mean, that did not look good for a while. So that's crazy, man. 100. They're going to open up 100 more. He's been talking about that in the last earnings.
Remain committed to meeting or beating other retailers on price. In Q1, the average prices of products offered on Amazon.com decreased compared to the same period last year. Prime Day will take place in most countries in June, which will bring Prime members even more savings across every category.
Will it? Question mark. It'll bring you a lot more ad revenue. I know that.
We continue to find new ways to speed up delivery for customers in both cities and rural areas. We offer millions of items available for same-day delivery with Prime, up to 40 times the selection of a typical big box retail store. And we've delivered more than 1 billion items same-day or overnight so far this year. We're also making delivery even faster, recently announcing 1 and 3 hour delivery options on over 90,000 items.
Oh, thank goodness for that, because I don't know what I would do if I didn't get those Band-Aids in less than an hour. If I didn't get that plumbing part in less than an hour. If I didn't get, I don't know, new coffee filters in less than an hour. My problem with all of this is you guys are just making money hand over fist on this stuff. I mean, the sellers and everybody else is just sucking it. Do we need this stuff this quick? Do we really?
1 hour delivery available in hundreds of cities and towns, 3-hour delivery in 2,000 plus cities and towns, and more on the way. And we continue to expand our ultra fast delivery service, Amazon Now.
Amazon Now. I needed it now. I think they should call it Amazon Yesterday. You wanted it yesterday. We delivered it today.
Which offers delivery in 30 minutes or less on thousands of items. It started last year in India, where orders are increasing 25% month over month, with Prime members tripling their shopping frequency once they start using it.
I do hear
the service is now.
I do hear in India that actually it's gaining some traction. They really like it, and it's gaining some traction.
Now available to tens of millions of customers across 9 countries, with more to come as well. The stores team also continues to innovate and deliver for customers with AI. We launched Health AI, a 24/7 AI-powered personal health agent backed by One Medical clinicians.
Yeah, the One Medical and the pharmacy, they launched that. That's a big deal. I think it's still, I don't even know. I'm wrong on the timing on that. I think they're going to disrupt that business. They're just chipping away at the insurance part, the pharmacy part, a lot of regulations, a lot of logistics, a lot of massive like red tape. It's red bricks to kind of cut through that. So I'm surprised they haven't even gotten farther on that, on the whole pharmacy thing. Got to get some Rufus. Overblown, ridiculous. Nobody really tests you on how they got to these numbers, outcomes, and here it is.
Agentic AI shopping assistant continues to resonate with customers. Rufus can research products, track prices, and auto-buy products in our store when they reach a set price. Monthly active users are up over 115%, and engagement is up nearly 400% year over year. And we recently introduced a new AI experience for sellers in Seller Central that dynamically generates a custom personalized visualization of data, key insights, and scenarios tailored to the seller's goals. It's early, but the initial response and feedback are very strong.
From who? I'm in there every day. I'm sure it's early. It is early, but I don't know where this feedback's coming from. It's like business insight. Your sales are up 22% and you should do this and that. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I don't need AI visualization to show me that. Why don't you condense? Why do I have to go to 17 different screens and tabs in your little menu to go see what the hell's going on? Why don't you do that? By the way, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know if it's Agent Core or Quick or Transform, Quiro, I don't know who you got running the ad console, but it's like 1985 dial-up buffering. Okay. It's so bad. The buffering, it's like I click on it, it just won't come up. It's just like blah, 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 and then I have to hit refresh and refresh. This is all my accounts. I don't know who's running the ad console, but you're not AI in that. You're going backwards. It's worse. And this isn't just a day. This has gone on for weeks and weeks. With the ad console, you click on it to see what's going on, and the little chart is it's like a spinning wheel of death. So Quiro that, Quick that, Transform that. Do something, Andrew. It's absolutely driving me insane. Thank you. Thank you very much. Moving on to Amazon ads. The number one most profitable, biggest money suck of the entire universe and company. What did they grow this quarter, Andrew?
We continue working to be the best place for brands of all sizes to grow their businesses. And we're pleased with the continued strong growth across our full funnel offerings, generating $17.2 billion of revenue in the quarter and up 22% year over year.
Booyah! 22%. Hey now. It's ridiculous how much ad money they're taking. And this I mean, they're trying to go full. They are full. They're, as we say they're Ungeshwollen. They are trying to get so full funnel on you. It's unbelievable how full they're getting. I mean, they're buying inventory like drunken sailors, okay? Midnight in a liquor store. They can't get enough inventory. They got the Netflix. Now they bought Comcast space. They've got regional networks. They're out of control. They're buying inventory for their Amazon. And then this, I'm telling you, sometime they're going to have their upfronts and their content and everything else. The live sports is crazy. They got 18 properties. They're working on a couple others. They just added Masters. I think that's 19. Their ad business at 17% again, or excuse me, 22%, 17 bill on Q1. It's not even the all that in a bag of chips. Unbelievable.
Forrester recently recognized Amazon Ads as a leader in omni-channel advertising platforms with unmatched supply and insights for connected TV and commerce media.
Commerce media. Way to throw in the new buzzword term there, Andy. Great job on it there.
We deepened our Netflix partnership with Amazon Audiences, which enables advertisers to apply Amazon's exclusive signals from shopping, browsing, and streaming to Netflix's highly engaged viewers to reach the right audiences and drive even stronger performance. We also partner with Comcast Advertising to expand local advertising to thousands of brands.
Fantastic job. Remember, this is like 90 to 95% pure profit. So 17 bill, that's like 16 plus in pure profit. That'll pay for some data centers.
And expanded interactive video ad capabilities to partners starting with Samsung TVs. Our ads team also continues to invent and deliver for advertisers with AI.
They got creative. Their creative studios, I got to give them a shout out. Nice job. It is getting better. It continues to get better and better. The video is still kind of weak, but they're working on that. All right, let's move on to BO. Brian, he's kind of I'm kind of skipping ahead to company expenditures. I mean, I just imagine like you get your credit card bill. I mean, you're scrolling. I mean, it's just fat number after fat number.
Our cash CapEx is $43.2 billion in Q1. This primarily relates to AWS and generative AI as we invest to support strong customer demand. We'll continue to make significant investments, especially in AI, as we believe it to be a massive opportunity with the potential to drive long-term revenue and free cash flow. I'll finish with our financial guidance for Q2. The following guidance assumes that Prime Day occurs in the second quarter in most of our largest geographies, including the U.S., and that Prime Day occurs in the third quarter in Australia, Brazil, India, and Japan. Note that in 2025, Prime Day was in Q3 for all countries. Q2 net sales are expected to be between $194 billion and $199 billion. We estimate the year-over-year impact of changes in foreign exchange rates based on current rates, which we expect to be a headwind of approximately 10 basis points in the quarter. Q2 operating income is expected to be between $20 billion and $24 billion. We continue to see strong sales trends carrying into Q2, and I'll mention a few items on the operating income guidance. First, this estimate includes the impact of our seasonal step-up in stock-based compensation expense in Q2, driven by the timing of our annual compensation cycle. Second, within the North America segment, we do expect a year-over-year cost increase of approximately $1 billion related to Amazon Leo.
Amazon Leo. That's the satellites, kids. I was wondering if BO is going to bring him up. He's usually the satellite guy.
As we manufacture and launch more satellites in preparation for our service offering. Amazon Leo's commercial service is on track to launch in Q3, and we expect to begin capitalizing certain costs in Q4, including production and launch costs.
There you go. Basically, good expectations. They see sale going. They're just going to spend. That's what they do. And then they're going to get such ginormous returns. Again, they have orders. They're banking on orders. The demand is there. They can spend whatever they want. It doesn't really matter. Now Brian is going to mention, so I can't believe you have the nerve, BO, of even mentioning this on the call. Okay? Are you just trying to enrage everyone?
Third, our guidance anticipates higher transportation costs related to fuel inflation. which is partially offset by the recently implemented fuel and logistics-related FBA surcharge.
So you just told me that your operating income is up unbelievably year over year. You're making more money than ever. You're spending more, but it doesn't matter. Your free cash flow's down, but whatever. And now you're going to eat it. You're going to make the sellers pay 3.5% by every single unit. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, everybody, but we are expecting we might have some fuel costs that could be higher. What are you doing?
I'm thankful to our teams across the company for their hard work and dedication to customers.
What are you doing, Brian? It's remarkable. Yeah, the fuel costs are as high as they've ever been. Obviously, we got some global geopolitics going on. Got a little war situation. We have supplies are down. So what do? You put it on the seller. You put it on the vendor. This is why I don't care that you're making $1 billion and have a $50 billion chip business, Andy. This is where you lose me and many others. All right, it's question time. Question time. This first one was AWS, and Andy went on for like 25,000 years on an answer about all kinds of stuff. The second one is Brian Novak from Morgan Stanley, a familiar voice here on the Amazon Q1 financial results. He asked the first question I could care less about.
Taking my questions, I have two. One,
I always say just one, but nobody believes them. They always do two.
Is on the accounting side. We'll probably get it in the queue.
But who cares, Brian?
Can you just give us an update on what the AWS backlog looks like? Sort of any visibility on
a lot. I can just tell you right now, Brian, a lot. Okay, the backlog is big.
The breadth of that backlog beyond the big labs. That's the first one.
Here we go. Here's the good question.
And then the second one, as you sort of think about milestones for Rufus and agentic commerce for you in 2026, what are you most focused on making sure you accomplish on the agentic side this year, just to make sure you stay at the knife's edge of the agentic commerce offerings? Thanks.
Yeah, on the backlog, the backlog for Q1 is...
I don't care. I don't care about the backlog. He's gonna go on and on about the backlog. We're gonna skip that. Okay, here he answers the second question.
On the agentic commerce milestone question, we are very bullish on what agentic commerce will look like. I think it's going to be very good for customers in the long term. I think it'll be good for us too. And you can see some of that focus from us in what we're building with Rufus. If you haven't checked out Rufus in a while, it's really substantially improved over the last year. And we have a lot of customers using it. As I mentioned earlier,
it's way better the last year. Yes, it's better. It's still far from fully cooked. Okay, it's thawed. Okay, it's thawed, but it's only been on the grill for like 5 seconds. Okay, it's got a long way to go, Andy. And he goes on to say how great it is and how everybody's using it, which it just isn't the reality yet. Okay, that's not true. I don't know how you're coming to this, but this is a PR spin.
You see the monthly active users up.
Blah blah. I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. But my question is, Rufus Schmufus, I mean, where's Alexa in this? Where does the roadmap? How does Alexa fit into this? This seems like a converging trains here that are going to crash, and somebody's going to survive and somebody's not. I don't understand the playbook here. They're putting all this into Rufus. We're in Rufus, but also where the hell is Alexa? Is she written off? I mean, she's not in later episodes. So I don't understand the convergence here, or if there's going to be, or how they're going to separate Alexa from our buddy Rufus. So, but he goes on again. He said the same thing in the Q4 earnings.
While I think we'll do a lot of work with third-party horizontal agents to try and make that customer experience better. And by the way, I do think today it reminds me in some ways the stage we're in of what we saw in the early days of search engines, and they're trying to refer business to e-commerce.
It's never been a giant part of the referrals to our e-commerce business.
No, you've only spent $19-20 billion on Google, Andy. I it must have done something.
But over the years, the experience got better. And what you see with agentic commerce is it's a small fraction of what we see with the search engine referrals, but the experience just hasn't gotten great with these third-party horizontal agents yet. They're not often able to get the pricing right.
Yeah, Andy, because they can't access your catalog or your site. You're not talking to them. Okay. They don't have the combination to that lock to get in yet. You just made a big announcement yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm recording this one on the 30th of April, but that you're now going to join the coalition, the party with Google's Universal Commerce Protocol, the UCP, a agentic protocol. But yeah, they can't do all this stuff because you don't let them in.
The product information right. They don't have any personalization data or any shopping history. And so we do want to see that get better with third-party horizontal agents. We're having conversations with all those folks.
I bet you are. I bet you are. God, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in one of those. What are they going to get for it? What are they going to get for it? Plus the ad dollars. Oy, oy, oy.
Try and make that better and find something that works for customers and all the companies. And then it'll be interesting over time which agents customers choose to use. I happen to think.
Yeah, and then he goes on why they're going to pick Rufus. Yeah, no shit. No, company boy. You should be bellowing hard for Rufus. I'll give you an AI overview of the question about Leo, the satellite network. Andy thinks it's $1 billion business. Okay, they bought Globestar, which I'd never heard of until this, and that basically teaches them about the satellite business. They've got huge demand. They now have a commitment. Delta, which let's just see how this goes. Delta is going to use it for half their fleet. They've got a bunch of other demand and orders. He thinks it's like AWS, is what he says. He sees it just like that. Of course, they're going to offer a product that is cheaper and faster, right? This is what they do. We're going to make it. I'm tired of buying your stuff and using your stuff. I'm going to figure out a way to make my stuff, then sell it back to people and basically eat your lunch. Mine's going to be faster and cheaper. Now, in this particular case, he can get $1 billion business, but Starlink has such a massive, massive lead. It's going to be tough. And if they go IPO and all that kind of stuff, they'll get more cash. But he's real behind on this. But Leo is cash intensive, as he said, and they think it's $1 billion satellite business, and that's why they bought Globestar. Okay, that wraps up Leo. More AWS questions, CapEx questions, whatever. Then we have I don't believe I've heard her. Shweta Karjuria from Wolf Research gets a question in. And she has two. The first one is about how much you're going to spend, Andy. Seriously? Like, really? You're killing me about supply chain. Talking about supply chain, memory, and all this. Second one, though, is super interesting.
And on agentic commerce, if you could talk about how you view the opportunity with advertising. I have no doubt that Rufus could be the best shopping assistant available over time. But for advertising opportunity, how do you view that if agents would be the ones taking action to shop? Thanks a lot.
Great question there. I mean, they're already trying to shove ads into Rufus. Believe me, that's been in beta for a long time. So we'll see how Andy answers this one. Come on, Andrew.
I think on the agentic commerce and how that impacts advertising, I actually believe that we're gonna like this for advertising. I think.
Oh, really? You think so? You think you're gonna like it? Oh, I think we're gonna love it. It's so clean now, but it's going to be absolutely littered and polluted with advertising. Can you imagine the personalization? They're following you around. You know everything. My God. And the attribution could be better. Oh, this is a freaking pipe dream, man. This is fantastic. This is the golden era.
think it's going to be good for customers, and it's going to be good for our business. And I think, first of all, the first thing to remember is the way that our ads team has built tools and agents themselves is making it so much easier to do advertising. If you look at small and medium-sized businesses that had to take, weeks and months to do creative and to pick the right audience, all of that is just, it's so much faster and so much easier because of our advertising agentic tools.
That's a little misleading. Okay. It's a little misleading. The large customers are using AI and mostly third-party tools to actually automate that. So I got a little issue there with you, Andrew. A little bit.
And you no longer have to take as much time or spend as much money building the creative. So I think there are going to be a lot more advertisers with the rise of what's happening in AI. And then if you look at the agentic commerce experiences, if you look at any of these agentic experiences, they tend to be multi-turn conversations where you're not interacting with one search and getting an answer. You tend to find that you're asking questions, you're narrowing questions, it's asking you questions on what you want. And, in that process of having multi-turns, there are multiple opportunities to surface relevant products to customers, many of which will be organic and some of which will be sponsored. And, and it also gives rise to opportunities like sponsored prompts. And so one of the interesting things that has been very successful for customers.
Dude, nobody has any idea how many advertisers we're going to see on this stuff. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be so overboard and make so many people so much money. I mean, I'm here for it. But think about it. Think about the ad serve. Think about it. Oh, my goodness.
In our store has been when they ask certain questions, we give them a number of suggestions that are all created through AI. And we've gotten pretty good at also having sponsored prompts and that mix of questions and prompts that make it easy for people to keep digging deeper.
Okay. I got to cut you off, Andrew. Yes. They're going to make a bazillion, bagillion, zillion, whatever, $1 trillion on ads for AI. Period. End of story. All right. That's there's another AWS, the 17th question about AWS and how AI is going to change things internally and what have you. I did forget to mention real quickly that on the satellite biz, on the LEO, they've gone with Apple for their watches and for their stuff. They're going to be using LEO satellites. So that was a big get right there. That's going to do it for this particular program. I want to thank everybody for listening. Hope you had some fun. Hope you entertained. Hope I brought a little something to the table there. But as we like to say here, people matter, baby. It's all about the people. And you've been listening to Always Off Brand. Stay tuned. We got more great shows coming up. I'm going to trade shows. I'm going to conferences. We got all the celebs coming up right here on Always Off Brand. Bye-bye.
Hey there, this is Haley from Quickfire, and they want me to read this so you know what this podcast is part of and how to find out more if you want. Always Off Brand is a production of Quickfire LLC and a part of the Learn and Laugh series on the Quickfire Podcast Network. For more information, go to quickfirenow.com. Have a good one, and thanks for listening.